everything. I thank God. The question is, will we keep mourning like this? Will we keep lamenting like this? Can we put a situation in place that won't happen in Egypt? I watched some time ago an ex-Egyptian president was going to court from hospital on wheelchair. In South Africa, it happened. Can we have a situation that the ex-administrators, ex-president will go to court immediately they leave the office to account for the money
Mr. Peter,
that the military did not allow them to answer?
Mr. Peter, you have not given any recommendation as regards to us.
That's the recommendation, to put a situation in place that those who stole this money will find themselves in court immediately. Okay. That's a suggestion now, and it's a beautiful one.
Yes, we agree with you.
All right.
Okay, thank
God
you.
bless you,
Thank
sir.
you very much, Mr. Peter. I appreciate it. Yes. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
This is Timothy calling you from Ojo.
Okay. Please go.
The topic you are treating this morning is very interesting. See, let me tell you, the first one concerning class management. We like treating symptoms instead of treating the real disease. Everything boils down to leadership. As long as those people who have been there since 1999 are still men and they are benefiting from the tax the old system, they can never allow things to work. The money these people are generating is too much. That this is the thing that will get into their heads and made them to misbehave. That was what we were about to change during the election. You saw they brought tribalism. Lagos is not working, and if it's working for all of us.
And so, as regards the conversation now,
Yes. See, nothing can be changed unless the leadership of Lagos State government, from the governor to the even some local government chairman, some balance. So let me tell you, do you know that in my area they are constructing the road and other streets, our vehicle wanted to follow the other streets. These boys were collecting money. In your street, they were collecting money by fire, by force. See, I don't say anyhow we take it, it can never be changed, mark my word. Because people who are benefiting from it, they will not allow the system to change unless the governor or the leadership is changed. Have a nice day.
You too.
That's my submission.
Okay, thank you very much. I'd like to believe that there's nothing permanent. I mean, change is the only constant thing that we have.
Sure.
So there must be a way forward. There must be a way forward. And indirectly, he suggested something that it starts from the top. If we can have a change, that was why the conversation of maybe if we have a change as regards, what party is in charge of Lagos, maybe we can see something different as regards, management of parks and garages in Lagos State, because other states have parks and garages, but then there's just something peculiar. Please turn off your radio. Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Omoge.
Good morning, Pastor.
Good morning, Fuad.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank God for another day. Let me just talk for some time and then I go back to my shell again. In my area here, if you come here, most of the people who have houses here, they are Agberos in Lagos. Just one small unit. And then you see them, they have houses and they have so much influences. So we have seen that there is so much in money making. And it has extended now to Lagos, to Ogun State. I want to say that the election has come and gone, and Mr. Governor in Lagos has been able to achieve what he wanted to do. So let him do the needful. You remember the scenario in Overland days, even before this last one, where they were shooting a gun at each other, and the governor came up and he was taking sides. That's too much illegality. So I want to advise Mr. Governor that he should look for something decent for MC Oluomo. He should compensate him in another way, not with this Agbero of a thing. There are so many places where he can look for job for him and put him there and reconstitute, this Agbero of a thing. Fashola, we knew what happened. These people were tamed to an extent. And I'm telling you, if it were possible, Fasola would have gotten a third term. He has his own, hiccups, but I'm talking of the other. Then on the oil term, we're talking of oil term, 460 something illegal whatsoever. What about the trailers that smuggle fuel out of this country every day? There are so much. Is it not border they pass? Is it not human beings that are there? Are they not seeing them? Even the so-called crude oil theft, the whole vessel, they caught one the other day and they put it on fire. Instead of them to name and shame them and then prosecute them. All this, are they good? So Tinubu should, employ, according to him, he said he was going to employ 50 military men. If that is part of the solution, let him do that and employ more military men and let him engage the youth. Thank you.
He can't do 15 million. He said he was asleep. 15 million military. He said he was going to recruit. You know that sleep he had when he said 15 million.
Pastor Ambrose's suggestion now is it as regards protection of the pipelines?
Pipeline, yes, 50 million.
The military men.
He said he was going to employ 50 military men.
No. I've looked past that. Now I'm looking at Pastor Ambrose's suggestion, saying that you should
get military men to protect our pipeline. They're already doing that. The naval forces are there, but again, there have been allegations of them also.
I didn't know the ones that burnt the.
So there have been a lot of conversations too about.
0913-6000-410. Don't forget that you can send text messages and WhatsApp messages to 0913-6000-430. All right, you're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Angelina.
Okay.
From Masaloko.
All right.
It's what?
Good morning. Been a while.
I do. Sometimes I will just go into my shell and be watching you people.
It's okay.
Yes.
That one too is good.
Mr. Fuad, you mentioned that there's a lot of money that is being made from all these drivers and all that from the taxis, and nobody sees where it's going to. The problem is that this same money we are talking about is what we have been complaining. It's not only from the parks and garages on the drivers. Lagos is making a hell of money, but we don't know where the money is going to. We don't know. Why can't they use that money and repair the roads? The roads are so bad all over the place. And these same drivers will pay this heavy money and still they'll be going to mechanic every day. That's the problem we're facing in Lagos. There's no accountability. And for the person that was saying that the MC Lomo should look for something that they will compensate him. This is their government. Don't be surprised that they will name him as minister. He has done a lot for Lagos.
Yeah.
He has done a lot for Lagos. Don't you know that? He has helped them a lot, so they will not leave him like that. So even if the court says anything, the man will still have a good position. Sandra, you will see what will happen.
Okay.
I'm telling you, they'll compensate you very well. He did a lot in the election.
It's okay.
I think we have to be fair to Mr. Kisson here. He has always been a bus driver. He has always existed. And we're not saying the unions cannot exist. If that's what he knows how to do, the unions can exist, collect their union dues and operate. What we're saying is the taxes and levies from parks and garages, where does it go to and how can we better deploy it to service Lagos?
Thank you, Fuad. We appreciate it. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Aviola.
In transit.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Fuad. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, see, as regards the oil theft, you know, I used to say something that if we want to do something, if we really want to do something, we'll do it. If we're intentional about this oil theft, we'll do it. It is not mission impossible, but just make it, those guys make it seem as if it's mission impossible. That Aramco thing that Mr. Price said, I saw that video as well. If you see their control, even if it's a thing, drop in that place, you see. I saw the video as well. So the question is, how are these guys doing it? How are they making it possible? And it's difficult for us to replicate. So the thing is, are we really intentional about these things? We need to tell ourselves the truth. If we are really intentional about fixing this country, sir, it is not mission impossible. It is not mission impossible.
All right.
So if you are interested, if you are serious about it, you do it. You do it.
Right.
That's just my belief.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day. Yeah.
And you too. Thank you, Abiola. I appreciate 0913-6000-410. Just as we were taking the reports earlier on, there was something that I took note of, and is the fact that the SDPC chairman, SPDC chairman was saying that if you look at it properly, is the willpower to execute recommendations which
Abiola Kazim is saying,
exactly,
being intentional about these things.
Intentional about it, that the lack of power to execute the recommendations and policies that have been put in place, even the laws of the oil sector, implementing it, that is the challenge that they are facing in the oil and gas industry. Let's see some messages that we have here. We'll be back to phone calls in a bit. Hi, Mainland FM. I find the annulment of Oluomo's parks and garages laughable, even in as much as it was from a law court. Truth be told, our politicians have made the rule of law not have value in Nigeria, as a lot of them don't obey court judgments anymore. They will form another association. That is, there are a lot of people benefiting from these parks and garages. The only solution to this is for them to move all these boys from the road. Let all the money be collected unilaterally. Okay. How do we remove all the boys from the road, though? he didn't put that.
You know the thing is that they can form a union. These are bus drivers. These are also bus owners who can form a union and run their union, collect dues to service these boys. But I'm talking about the taxes and levies from parks and garages. If Lagos State owns them, why is it that the unions are the one collecting it? Then where does it go to? What do we use it for?
The unions actually have the right to raise funds, for themselves, because the core function of the union is to protect the rights of workers in the transport sector. So they can collect willingly contribute union funds and all of that. However, the dues collected are used to run functions in the union and support members and all of that. But the controversy here now is corruption, extortion now, because that's the word that we can use. Because why would I be paying as much as 10,000, 12,000 per day? Because at the end of the day, the common Lagosian is the one.
And you don't pay, they break your
screen or take your
seat away.
What's that thing? The wiper.
The wiper.
They remove it and carry it away. Anyways, still on that particular message, he's saying now he has left that. The oil theft in the country cannot be solved until we curb the hands of the cabals, both internally and internationally. That might be the best solution. But with the power these cabals have, I doubt we'll curb it anytime soon. The solution to the two discussed today is to look for a way to stop corruption, the mother of all our problems. And let us preach against tribalism and ethnic bigotry. Sean from Festac, thank you very much. Also, I have good morning. This is Sam from Magodo. For the road transport unit to be checked in, the Lagos State government needs to come out open to tackle this issue. These people are not bigger than the state government. For the oil theft, the federal government needs to come out clean to tackle the issue as well. These problems are not far from solving. It is just that the government has decided not to deal with them. So on both levels now, what I can see he's saying is that is willpower to solve it
on both issues.
On both issues, there needs to be a decision from the government that yes, I am ready to resolve
these issues. Yeah,
and I will do what is necessary. Sandra and Fuad, I greet you most excitedly. Mr. Fuad, that name Lagos State Parks and Garages sounds so global and civilized, but those employed and managing it are the exact opposite of the name. I've not traveled abroad before, but before this year I would travel. But I don't think they have touts who stop vehicles indiscriminately on the road.
Even in Benin Republic, you won't see.
To extort money. Even in Benin Republic, you won't see. Thank you very much. Imagine white men driving on our road and seeing this menace. Lagos is a working city, but some elements in the state are staining the image. I suggest all these urchins should be withdrawn from the road, and the government should stop collection at different bus stops. Let levies be collected at the garages only.
Yeah, and of course. Now, the idea of people running after vehicles, collecting, and then it's so chaotic and unbecoming.
Meanwhile, Sandra, today is my birthday.
Oh, okay.
34 years for me on planet Earth. Mr. Fuad, issue a press statement on my behalf. James Ogbonna from Oshodi, number one. Mr. Fuad is not your essay on public communication. Is not your.
He has requested for me.
Commissioner for information.
Can you allow me to just do that?
It's my show. Happy birthday, James Ogbonna. Happy birthday. God bless you.
But honestly,
birthday wishes.
Your birthday wishes to a committed listener of Mainland FM, and also someone who contributes intelligently to all our shows.
Freelance reporter.
And a freelance reporter during the elections. This is wishing you a happy birthday and, of course, prosperous years ahead.
Happy birthday, James Ogbonna.
Happy
God
birthday
bless
to you. God bless you.
Hello, good morning.
Fuad and Co.
Good
Hello?
morning.
Good
Yes,
morning,
we are
sir.
with you.
Yeah, Joe from Bariga.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
Joe.
Fuad, this government, I continue to talk about this government. It looks as if I'm attacking them. I'm not attacking them. How can it be like, are we at war with oil, 460 taps? What is actually happening? What is going wrong in Nigeria? Is it that we don't even have a single security to monitor our pipelines? I don't understand. It's a terrible situation. I cannot imagine that. I've been thinking about it since this morning. It's terrible. That is only what I want to comment. Please, we are not at war with our oil, please.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you very much, Joe. I appreciate it.
460 is huge.
Hello.
Sandra, good morning.
Good morning, Don Peters.
Yes, Fuad, good morning.
Good morning, Don Peters.
Thank you. My take will be on this Lagos Park, management, whatever. What? The truth is this. In this my little life I have lived in Lagos almost all my life, and I have lived in East Africa and in Europe, and I have traveled to Asia countries and in West Africa and in South Africa, I mean to say. The truth is this, I have never seen a place where what is practicalizing in Lagos and in some cities in Nigeria is being practicalized. You will see people on the main road, on the corners of the road, carrying sticks, carrying, chasing motor, causing all sort of
Chaos
things
and
on the road, also nuisance. Should I say it's a nuisance, or I don't know what the word to use to qualify what is going on. And when some of my friends who come from Tanzania and Rwanda, some of them came one day and I was driving, they were like, what is this? I said, it's road transport workers in Nigeria. They kind of, they couldn't understand it. For them to understand what I'm trying to say is difficult because I understand them. Because in their own place, it wasn't like this. The whole thing is somehow, I don't know. And funny enough, Lagos is a mega city. I said, which of the mega cities in the world can this kind of a thing be happening? So if the court stopped them, I think it's the right thing to do. Let the government tow the roads. All the roads are being towed. Let them tow it. Use the money that these guys are being collected to rehabilitate the road. Anyone that is spoiled or something like that, do the drainages and put the floodlight on them. That is what is being done all over the world. But here, we leave it in the hand of Agberu. They use the money they are collecting. I don't know. They build houses, marry new wife, get new girlfriend every day, terrorize the people with the kind of money they are making. And the government will go and borrow the money to do the road. And I don't just understand how everything is being done.
Thank you, Don Peter.
Why the money they are collecting on the road is being spent by Agberu.
Thank you.
It's funny. I have never seen a place where this kind of a thing is being practicalized, only here. Please let them ban them, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Don Peters. I appreciate it. This is Mainland 98.3 FM. You're on to Mainland Focus. And we have two focal points this morning. The first is parks and garages, the management and, the management and thereof. And then we also have oil theft with the discovery of, 460 illegal connections to one pipeline. What exactly is the way forward as regards, the major revenue generator of the country? There's one thing that, Fuad had would, when we were having the conversations back then, as regards when there was issues with NURTW, the Lagos State chapter and the national chapter, right from then on. And the conversation has always been that why, if it's for transport union workers only, then everything you do, all operations should be within your garage, should be within the members only. All right. And there's also freedom of association. Okay. So if I'm not a member of your union, but I want to do my job, I want to be a transporter, why can't I be a transporter? Because now we have situations where there's union dues, you pay union if you're a part of the union. Whether you're a part of the union
you
or
are
not,
forced to pay in this situation.
Exactly.
Union, you must pay.
So now what do they use the money for? Do they use it to fix these people's cars if you have a problem? Some of these people, they get arrested. Do they help them out? Or do they have a legal department that helps them out in situations like this? Do they have a situation where somebody gives birth and then they come together, they help the person? I mean, what exactly is the purpose of the dues that they collect?
Sandra, the best way to explain this would be to even see all of the tickets that these drivers collect, what is written on them. So give us a clear idea of who collects what. And then, of course, the one that we may not get answers to is where these monies go. What do we use them for? Because it's quite huge. If ordinary drivers in Lagos pay as much as 7, 8, 10,000 naira daily, and then you have the ones that are collected at bus stops. You have these boys running after vehicles. And it's chaotic, really. And I think the Lagos government needs to rethink the entire thing.
Thank you very much. It's something that really needs to be looked into. All right, let's go back to the listeners now. 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. For text messages and WhatsApp messages is 0913-6000-430. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sandra.
Yes.
Mr. good morning.
No, Mr. John.
Yes, we've been saying this that about the other test that Nigeria is bleeding through nose, nostrils, ear, anus, mouth, everywhere. And what they are thinking about is borrowing more money. They are not looking inwards. They are not being introspective. Looking inward as to how we can generate more revenue. Like I told you the other time, it's not rocket science. If Obafemi Awolowo could come up with the idea of Odua group of companies that has about companies that consist almost about 10 or more than, and that are generating money for the Western states, then it's because these people does not have the interest and the willingness to do that which is right for the people. Honestly, look at what is the relationship, what is the connection with a proper nation, with Nigeria and a proper nation. Yes. Trans-Niger, what do we start to benefit for all these nations that has nothing to offer us? So that's how we are channeling our natural resources that God has given us. Instead of allowing people to benefit from it, these people, they are not putting out their thinking caps. Until we are able to come forward and talk about how we want to stay together or how we want Nigeria to work, we will also be rigmaroling. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate Mr. John. 0913-6000. 410. That's for phone calls. For text messages and WhatsApp is 0913-6000-430. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you have Mr. Sociable from Idododo.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuad, I want to ask you, if you give me something to keep for you, and who are you going to hold responsible?
You that I gave it to keep for me now.
Okay. You see, whenever I hear this or hear talk, it sounds to me like that the government are just telling us that they have stolen our oil, but the best way to tell us that they stole our oil is to tell us that the oil got lost. Because all these things are in their hands. So I see the thief being the government themselves. That's how I look at it. That is that. Then when you talk about the problem with transport in Lagos, I want to ask you, Fuad, where is the park for Okota? Where is the park for Ejibo? Where is the park for Ikoti? Where is the park for Oshodi? All these things are main roads. Lagos don't have any park. The only place that seems to have a park is Ojota, outside of the road.
Every other place is on the main road. So when they say Lagos State parks and garages, I keep wondering, where do they have the garage and where do they have the parks? So if you want these people to go out of the road, you have to make a clear place where vehicles will drive in and park and discharge passengers, not on the road. Then it's too late to cry. After allowing the same people that have suffered people for over 20 years to remain in power, it's too late to cry. It means you enjoy what they are giving. The only advice I want to give is this. They should use this opportunity. As far as they are collecting this money, they should use it to rebuild the indigenous people. If there is anything like, let them name it indigenous school for crafts, then the indigenous children should be going there and use this money judiciously, because very soon the money will end. This illegal money they are collecting from state.
Thank you very much. Yes, I appreciate. Of course, there's a lot to take from that particular one there. As regards, where they park and all of that. That Ojota one, that's an interstate garage. Yeah. Actually, but when they say parks and garages.
But Sandra, I talked about Ambode's bus reforms initiative. Where he was rebuilding the parks and garages. There are actually parks in different parts of Lagos. He was actually building them and all of that. But, somehow it was stopped and we have a different thing going on now.
So if we can have defined locations for these,
that was what he was doing, yeah.
It will make it easier to control.
Restrict them there into the parks.
To the parks.
Yeah.
All right. If we can have that. But do we have the space for that?
Of course, there are spaces in different parts of Lagos.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Ibeto from Tulare.
Okay. Ibeto, please, can you speak a little louder?
Okay. Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, we talk about all chefs. My sister, my brother, the thing has come to stay. It has come to stay because that is the national cake. Before, it used to be drug. We used to have some government officials in drug business and the other people finding. But today, the drug is no longer in vogue. It's not really in vogue again. What is in vogue is the oil. That is the national thing. So, and there's no accountability for that. You understand? But there is a big problem, because this is a big problem to Nigeria. Let's take, for instance, if other countries were the ones doing this to Nigeria, Nigeria will go into war, full-fledged war. You understand? But we're the ones doing this. So that's a very big problem. What I'm trying to say is that it has come to say, and oil is our problem. If Nigeria didn't have this oil, I don't think we'll be having this kind of problem. And the oil refuses to finish. It cannot finish. So that is impression. That's impression. So it's a very big challenge to the national government to do something about it.
All right. Okay. All right, Mr. Ibiato, thank you very much.
He's even laughing.
He himself is laughing. He said the oil refused to finish. Please let the oil not finish. We'll appreciate that. Thank you. But I think I see where he's coming from. I would like to reiterate that the number 0913-6000-430 is exclusive for text and WhatsApp messages. So if you are calling it, we won't be able to pick it because it's not wired for calling. We won't hear you. So it's better to call the phone line, direct phone line, that's 0913-6000-410. All right, so that you can share your thoughts. Because keep calling that, we won't be able to get your position on the conversation at hand. Hello, good morning. Hello? Oh, okay, so we lost that one. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Please turn off your radio station.
Yeah. Okay.
Your name.
My name is Mr. Abdulfatah Osman Alabi.
Where are you calling from?
From Ikoton.
All right, please, you have just 1 minute.
The policy being introduced by Ambode, a laudable policy that everybody enjoy. Take, for instance, beggar as an example. The man constructed a very good park for BRC, and he acquire another, adjacent land for all the yellow buses and other car that is coming from interstate to enter. And he has a plan for such a thing in all locations.
In Lagos.
I do think they can follow in Lagos. I do think they can follow that method. I'm sure he said that all these are going wherever it is, that they just have a natural death. And that is sort of a good leadership. But when they see people coming up, what do? They gang off.
All right, thank you.
Unless you have everyday back to good leadership, my sister, forget it. Unless you have a very good leader that can have a good policy.
All right.
Forget it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and that is the last call that we can take for this morning. We'll wrap things up with a few messages for Mainland Focus. We have here, whenever there's election in Lagos, these people are the tools politicians use to get into power, and the politicians don't pay. So the only way they pay is by extorting from transporters. As far as I'm concerned, nobody can stop the Lagos Parks and Garages chairman. Not even no, let's wait. Comrade Collins from Alimosho, thank you very much. Appreciate. We also have here, good morning. There will not be any solution to these park issues since the government used them for elections. So, okay. Thank you very much, Dayo from Fagba. We appreciate. I also have, okay, apologies for that. I also have here, good morning, Sandra and Fuhad, on Lagos state management parks. These people are part of Lagos state government, and it will be practically impossible to cut them out. The government is supposed to regulate the body, but they are the ones regulating things in Lagos because both parties are operating on specific hidden sharing formulas. Sandra, do you know the amount of millions these people give to government for? The only way out is to change the ruling party in the state. On all theft, there are ghosts and spirits in the petroleum business in Nigeria.
I'm sure that's Damilola.
Until we review those unknown elements, oil theft will never stop in this country.
I hear ghosts and spirits. I know it's the one.
Damilola from Alaba. Thank you very much. We appreciate. It's been a while he called into.
I'm sure he's been trying to call
into the show. All right, we also have here, good morning, Sandra and Fuad. Did you know that a 7-passenger bus from Ajah to Obalende that charges 500 naira per passenger pays Agbero 15 overloading? After leaving the park, they will get to pay at almost every bus stop they stop to drop passengers and pick new passengers.
So what's that?
Until they get to the final bus stop, and that is Triple O giving his own support
experience.
to the experience. Well, that is the unfortunate reality of a lot of commuters in Lagos,
yeah.
and that which was the reason why the joint drivers had to speak out sometime last year. Whether that was looked into and resolved, we do not know. But what we do know is that something needs to be done. That is all for Mainland Focus on 98.3 Mainland FM for this morning. We'll be back by 9:45 for international stories on Global View. So please stay tuned.